All right, we are recording. So today's class is called Scoop and Carve. And this summer I was kind of trying to have a progression with our classes. So we started with more fundamentals, basics, and we've kind of built on that over the weeks. So today is really about moving our bodies through space and feeling like imagining we have this sort of influence on the molecules around us, even though that's more of an image metaphor that we think about. I really want you to think about how your body can be carving through the space around you, almost like you were moving through pudding or jello or something a little bit more tangible than air. There's one thing when we get to the stream at the end of class I'll show before we dive in, because we're going to kind of combine things in a more fluid way today. As always, do what feels good, leave what doesn't feel good, and I'll try to give options along the way. So I'm going to cue this first part of class from close to the camera just so I can lock the Zoom room when we get there. You guys can find a comfortable seat on your mat. You can be in any position, but I want you to feel like you're sitting on your sits bones, which is the base of the pelvis, and then feel like you've got some length through the spine there, almost like I'm a dancer by training, and when I was little, they always said, like you had a string pulling you up through your head, lengthening the spine. And so find this kind of nice length here, and then bring the hands to the top of the knees, just resting gently. Take a big inhale, see if you can even extend longer through the back of the neck. And then as you exhale, pull your rib cage back, pull your front body into your back body, and come into a curve. So I'll turn to the side so you guys can see. Exhale, and we just curve back. Then extend the arms forward and push the shoulder blades forward too. You'll get a nice stretch in the upper back, and you can just let the neck respond to that curve. And then inhale, return to your extended spine. And exhale, pull the front body into the back body. This is a little influence from modern dance. It's called a C curve. And then we inhale, lengthen. We'll do two more. Exhale, really punch all the air out. Letting that neck go. You can even start tucking the chin a bit more. Feeling those neck extensors kind of lengthening, loosening. And inhale, extend. And just one more here. Exhale, punching front body into back body, feeling this beautiful carving action, like you are scooping your front body into like a hollow shape. And then inhale, return to vertical. Maybe just, I don't know, sway side to side a little bit. And then bring those feet in front of you, knees up to the ceiling, and you can lay on your back, and we'll head into our low bridge. Let me just lock the Zoom room. Okay, we are locked. So laying on your back, knees up towards the ceiling. This feels probably very familiar if you've been along for the summer ride. Lengthen that tailbone towards the heels, squeeze your glutes, and then lift the pelvis up into your low bridge, keeping that low back nice and long, not letting the pelvis dip or anteriorly tilt, but really keeping that tailbone, you know, once you're up, it maybe feels like it's reaching towards the knees and the femurs are pulling forward. We're gonna today do something a little bit different, drawing circles. So the whole pelvic structure is gonna move to the right and then down maybe an inch. It'll move over to the left and then back up, moving towards center. So just making these small circles to the right. It's as if you are drawing on the wall in front of you. Maybe it's imaginary, maybe it's really there, but just moving side to side, and you'll feel the outer hips need to work to stabilize here, and the glutes really have to work to avoid one side of the pelvis dipping. We want to keep it even in the circle. And then pause at the top when you finish your last one, and we'll go the opposite way. So it doesn't need to be a big movement. I feel like it's probably a broken record statement there, but subtle movements can pack a real punch, and they can be super effective. So just because you're not like performing or showing something big doesn't mean it's invalid. And do one more circle in that direction. Pause with the pelvis up at the top and then press the palms up to the ceiling. Pull back on the right fingers with the left hand, opening up the wrist. Exhale through the mouth. And then let the right pinky escape here and pull thumb and pinky away from each other. That'll just open up a little more space. And switch hands, pressing the left palm up to the ceiling. Pull back on the fingers. Exhale through the mouth. And then let that pinky escape, pulling thumb in opposite direction. Lengthen that tailbone more towards the knees. Let the wrist go, and then lower through the spine. Oh, that felt, my glutes are sore, I felt that one. We'll do a little core awakening today. Legs will be up towards the ceiling. If that's not feeling good for you, keep them on the floor. Interlace those fingers behind the head. Inhale. Exhale, imagine as you do this, we're coming back into this scooped position we just felt in our seat. So really scooping the front body into the back body, almost feeling like the tailbone's reaching up here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift, scoop. Using those deep abdominals to create some stability in the front. Inhale, lower, adding on here, take it if it feels good. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Now this time, add a twist to the left, really using the center as your motor, not the neck. And then reach the right arm through the legs and reach from the shoulder blade a little bit more. You'll feel your obliques starting to really pump up. Hand returns, inhale, lower and center. Exhale, head and shoulders lift for this scoop. Add your twist to the right this time. Left arm extends through the legs and then reach all the way from the back. You'll feel that serratus anterior, which is a side muscle, side on the ribs, connects to the obliques. So this is a really effective way to get your side body awake. Hand returns, inhale, lower. Adding on, exhale, head and shoulders lift. Twisting to the left. Right arm extends. This time, left arm extends parallel to the right. And then maybe bring the fingers to touch behind the left leg. Reach them even further forward. You'll come up maybe an inch. Hands return, inhale, lower. Woo. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Remembering you can have your feet down if that feels more effective. Twist to the right. Left arm extends between the legs. Right arm extends parallel to the left. Maybe the tense of the fingers touch, and you push this whole shape forward. Another inch. It's hard to talk. Hands return, inhale, lower. We've got one more add-on. Stick with whatever version works for you. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Twisting to the left. Left arm slices between the, right arm between the legs, left arm parallel. Maybe the fingertips touch. Maybe you can lower the right leg, but keep that sacrum on the floor. Everything returns, inhale, lower. Oh boy. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Twisting to the right. Left arm extends through the legs. Right arm parallel. Fingertips touch. Come up an inch. Maybe that left leg can lower. Everything returns. Oh, let it go. Oh my goodness. That was a very deep sensation. And we'll bring the feet wide on the mat, knees come in towards center. Let the left hip open up to the left side so that knee will come towards the floor. Pressing through the right foot, lift the right glute off the mat. So this back chain on the right side, super active. And then arms extend in a T here. And try to draw the chin in towards the throat. This is one of those sneaky times that it'll try to jut up to compensate for areas that might be tight, but really try to lengthen in that back body. And knees come back to center, left knee falling in towards the right, and then the right knee opens, keeping left knee where it is, but pressing through the glute. Lengthening the back of the neck. Feeling that tailbone carve forward, even here, it's just like a low bridge. And then knees come back to center and come up and around onto all fours for our quadruped. Wrists under the shoulders and knees under the wrist. And just take a moment to arrive. Take a nice inhale, imagine your spine lengthening. Lengthen through the back of the neck, out the top of the skull. And then with big intention here, I want you to almost imagine you had a pencil attached to your left foot. Scoot that left foot back in space, still on the floor. And then use the left glute, lift as if you were making part of a circle, lifting that leg off the floor. Don't let that dip into the low back. It's just the glute. It doesn't have to be a super high leg. Now you've got a couple options. We're going to do some hip and knee flexion. So you can either stick with just the left knee coming in, or you can extend the right arm out in front of you in line with the ear. Exhale, draw the ribs in first. Use that as a motor, bringing left knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Ribs pulling up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Like you were drawing this whole time on some 3D piece of paper. And then lightly, right hand lowers, left knee lowers, and we'll switch sides. So that right leg extends long behind you, nice and intentional. Squeezing the right glute, extending the hip, lifting that leg off the mat a bit. You've got your two options again, so you can either just draw the knee forward, or you can add the left arm. Either way, really stabilize through the right hand here. Exhale, drawing something forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull up in the front body first. Almost like the limbs were a response to that. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull up front body to get that curve, that space. Inhale, extend. Lower that hand, and then we'll lower the forearms for dolphin. So you can either interlace the fingers, making kind of a triangle, or keep the forearms parallel. We'll tuck the toes, lift the hips, and walk the feet forward. Generous bend in the knees. Heels can be off the floor, and if this doesn't feel great, you can be on your forearms with the knees down. Both versions of that will extend the left leg up, bend the left knee, and then externally rotate the hip. Return to neutral. Externally rotate that hip. Pelvis stays stable. Pressing into forearms. Return to neutral. Externally rotate. Just starting to wake those glutes up even more. And left foot lowers, we'll switch sides. So you can either have that knee down again or be in your full dolphin. Right leg lifts, we bend the knee. Externally rotate at the hip. Return to neutral. Externally rotate. That pleasant fire hydrant position. Return to neutral. Last time here. Pull the rib cage into the back body. Externally rotate that hip. Return to neutral. Lower the foot. And we'll press into the palms. Walking those feet forward. Bend into the knees and hips. Inhale, rise for Tadasana. We'll get moving. Exhale, hinge at the hips, plant the hands. Right foot steps back, lower that knee, top of the foot. Inhale, lift for our half kneel. Exhale, plant the hands in front of the left foot. Step back for plank. Turn your glutes on. Feel your length here. Lower the knees. Keep the chest open, lower to the floor. Inhale, pull back for cobra. Shift that chest forward like you are carving through space with your upper back. And exhale, lift the pelvis, down dog. You can walk the feet in. Feel weight in your hands. And we'll step the right foot forward, lower left knee, top of the foot. Inhale, lift, half kneel. Left glute squeezing here, finding stacked position. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step the left foot forward. Bend those knees. Inhale, lift, Tadasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, plant the hands. Left foot steps back, lower the knee. You can keep the toes tucked unless that hurts. Inhale, lift, half kneel. Really reach that tailbone towards the floor. And we'll bring the left hand behind the skull, move the whole skull into the hand, and then the right hand comes to the front of the ribs. Just a reminder that we want these to kind of chill out, calm down, flare a little bit less. We'll extend the left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, bending to the right, just a few inches. Inhale, return to vertical. Hands plant, step back for plank. Glutes are on, tailbone is long. Exhale, lower the knees, lower to the floor. Inhale, pull back, cobra. Scooping forward, pubic bone roots. Exhale, lift into down dog. Left foot steps forward, lower right knee. Option to keep the toes tucked. Inhale, lift for your half kneel. Right hand comes behind the skull, right at the base of the, at the top of the neck. Move that skull into the hand. And then the left hand comes to the front of the ribs. Giving us a reminder here to keep this alignment. Right arm extends to the ceiling. Side bend to the left a couple inches. Keep the right glute on and kind of locked in place. Inhale, return to vertical. Exhale, hands plant forward, step the right foot in. Bend those knees. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant. Right foot steps back, lower that knee. You can keep the toes tucked or not. And inhale, rise. Bring the left hand behind the pelvis. Right hand comes bent at the waist so that those fingers are shooting forward. Inhale here. Exhale, shoot the right arm forward, carving through space, and add a twist to the left. Inhale, return to this bent elbow position. Exhale, scoop and twist to the left. Really use the ribs as the motor here. Inhale, return. Exhale, reach forward and twist. Inhale, return. And we'll all bring the fingertips to the mat. Walk over to the right side. Both toes are going to face the side of the mat. So your feet are parallel here. Bring a micro bend into the knees so they're not locked. If having the fingertips down is too much, you can always bring the hands to the hips. If you're okay on the fingertips or can bring the palms to the floor, inhale, exhale, push through the palms, cat the upper back here. So we're rounding, scooping, carving that upper back area. Inhale and come into a tiny, tiny cow. So just shining that chest forward, pulling it through the hands, but keeping length in that low back. Exhale for your cat. Inhale for your cow. One more each time. Exhale, cat. Really pushing through the hands. Inhale, little cow. Baby cow. And then return to neutral. We're moving to goddess, so you might have to move the toes out or the heels in, wherever your feet are. Bend into the knees and rise, stacking on top of this. Inhale, arms lift. Overhead, let the scapula reach up, shoulders come up by the ears. Exhale, left elbow comes into the waist. And we side bend over to the left. Maintain that length through the spine. Inhale, back to center, left arm extends. Exhale, right elbow to the waist. It's like a little reminder that you want to stay lifted in this side body. Inhale, extend. One more each side. Exhale, left elbow in. Finding length all the way through the side seam of the right body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right elbow in. Reaching through the left. Continuing to lengthen the tailbone. Inhale, arms reach up. Turn to the back of the mat. Hands plant. Right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, just like we did in quadruped, you'll draw the right knee forward, push up in the base of the rib cage. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee comes forward. Rib cage lifts up in space. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee comes forward. Deep core's up. Inhale, extend. This time is different. Exhale, we move the knee forward, then externally rotate the hip, sliding the left toes somewhere towards the left hand, and the right knee somewhere towards the right hand. So we're in this elevated pigeon. Our goal is not to get the hips to the floor. Our goal is to keep an even pelvis and to pull the chest through the hands here. So I will either call this an elevated pigeon or a baby pigeon, but it will come back a little later. Inhale here. Use the strength of those arms and glutes to keep weight from dipping and kind of sagging into the hip. Exhale, let it out. Shift the right foot back for your plank. Turn those glutes on and we'll lower to the floor. Inhale, arms fly back, pubic bone roots, rise for a locust. Arms lift up and back, legs lift slightly off the floor, but we keep that length in the low back. Length through the back of the skull, inhale. Exhale, draw this right arm up by your side and over the ear, or past the ear, reaching forward. And return that right arm. Left arm pulls up the side body, past the ear, reaching forward, moving that shoulder blade. And return, one more each side. Right arm sliding forward. And return. Keep lifting in the low belly. Left arm reaching forward. Return. Plant those hands, tuck the toes, lift into your down dog. Let's take a second here. You can walk the feet in a little. Big inhale. Puff into the back. And then exhale, just make some small movements that feel good to you. Maybe opening the side body a little, treading through the feet. You could even move between like a quadruped and a down dog. Moment of creativity, but remembering moving your body actively through the space. And then we'll all pause in down dog here and start for the other side. Inhale. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left knee lowers. Keep the toes tucked or not, and rise. Right hand comes behind the pelvis, left elbow comes in at the waist. Inhale here. Exhale, shoot that left arm forward, add a twist to the right. Really reaching from the left scapula. Inhale, return. Left glute stays on. Exhale, left arm reaching forward from way back in the scapula. Inhale, return. Exhale, ribs move, scapula moves around. Inhale, return. Bring those fingertips in front of the right foot. And we walk over to the side of the mat, so turning to the left. Parallel those feet. Same options exist. You can be up, hands on the hips if that feels better than hands down. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, push the floor away, protracting the shoulders, getting a curve, cat-like curve in the upper back. Inhale, cow, pulling the chest forward but keeping length and integrity in the deep core. Exhale, push the mat away, curving. Inhale for cow, keeping that micro bend in the knees, protect your hammies. Exhale, cat. One more time, inhale, baby cow. And we're moving to goddess, so we adjust the feet, bend into the knees and rise, stacking long arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow to waist. Reminder to keep that side waist long, 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 and we bend to the right. Can let the neck stay in line with the spine. Inhale through center. Exhale, left elbow into waist, reaching over with the right arm, finding length before you take it over. Inhale through center, arms up, right elbow in, exhale, side bend. Keep those glutes on, anchoring the tailbone down. Inhale, arms up, last time here. Left elbow into the waist, exhale, return to vertical. One more inhale and we turn to the front of the mat, hands plant, left leg, three-legged down dog. Pelvis is even here. Exhale, shift it forward, shoulder blades on the back, knee towards you. Inhale, return, three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee towards you in this plank. Inhale, return. One more time, front body lifts first. Inhale, return, left leg extends. And then here we go, elevated pigeon. Exhale, left knee comes forward, rotate at the hip, and scoot that leg somewhere around your right hand. You can step the right foot back a bit. And we stay lifted here. So your leg does not have to be all the way forward. You don't need to push it. You can be back and really lifted. We're just trying to get some stable strength into the hip rather than a passive stretch. One more breath here. Inhale, find length in the spine. Pick up that front body. Exhale, shoot the left leg back for plank. Lower to the floor. Inhale, arms sweep back for our locust. Left arm comes forward next to the ear. And return it back. Keep reaching the tailbone long. Right arm reaches forward. I'm hitting my door, but you get the drift, you get the idea. And right arm returns. Left arm reaching forward. And return, last time. Right arm reaches. Reaching from the scapula, feeling it lift towards the ear. And return, hands plant, lift into your down dog. Pelvis is nice and high here. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and we'll walk the feet forward. Rise to Tadasana at the top. Inhale. Taking some sun salves. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant. Step back for plank. Lower the knees. Lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Glutes turn on. Palms pull back on the mat. Exhale, lift into your down dog. Feet walk in a bit. Inhale, rise on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk or hop forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant. Step back for plank. Lower those knees or lower halfway. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, rise on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk or hop forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant. Step back for plank, last time. Lower through the knees to the floor or halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk those feet in a little bit. Big inhale. Let it go through the mouth. Now we've got a little arm turbo workout here. Bend those elbows, keeping the hands rooted to the floor, out to either side. Right elbow goes right, left goes left. Keep them bent, scoop the elbows towards the legs, and press through the palms, lifting the elbows to straight. Exhale, elbows bent out to the sides, hands stay planted. Lift in the front body. Elbows curl towards the legs. Press the floor away, elbows lift. We'll do just one more, I promise. Elbows out to the side. Front body lifts, lengthen the neck. Elbows towards the legs. And extend the elbows. Wow, the triceps are burning. And we'll lift the left leg, three-legged down dog. Bend the knee. Externally rotate that hip. We did this in dolphin. And return to neutral. Externally rotate that hip. Return to neutral. We're almost off the hands, I promise. Rotate that hip. Return to neutral. And step the left foot forward. Shifting the weight for our standing L position. Pelvis stays even. Of course, you can be up on the fingertips. If you have blocks, you can have the blocks under the hands. Really feeling the length in the back chain here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left foot, the left toes. And then as if you could pull your feet towards each other, pull energetically and then lift the torso, crescent lunge. Bending in the back knee, right glutes on. Inhale. Exhale, twisting to the left, right arm comes forward, left arm back. Inhale here. We're gonna start moving a little bit. Exhale, open up to the right side of the mat, turn all the way to the back side of the mat, crescent lunge, add your twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale here. Exhale, turn to the left. Moving through this straddle position, back to the front of the mat, left crescent lunge, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale. Exhale. So as we twist to the side here, we have to do some micro movements with the feet. And it's okay to make those minor adjustments. Pause here in the twist towards the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. Maybe you can twist this shape, bend this shape forward, bringing left elbow towards the right thigh, but keeping evenness in the pelvis. So use your right hand to check there. Gaze can be in front of the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Now, tricky move here. Step the left foot next to the right. You're in a prayer twisted chair. Keep, if you can, the connection between the right thigh and the left elbow. We lift that right leg up in a twisted prayer position. Left glute is shaking and on. And then inhale, undo the twist, arms extend upward, just in stork. Externally rotate right hip. Keep it externally rotated, lower the foot down to the floor. So you're in a little L shape with the feet. Lift that knee up in the external position and then return to neutral. Lower the foot. Right knee lifts, stork. Externally rotate. Lower in this position. L with the feet. Lifting the knee in rotation. Returning to neutral. Now this time we slide the right leg back, opening for warrior two, so that right heel's grounding towards the left. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale through center. Exhale, warrior variation, left forearm to thigh. Inhale through center. Exhale, reverse it. Inhale through center. This time, look forward. We'll step the right foot in about halfway. Shift this whole shape towards a half moon. So really reach the tailbone towards the front of the mat. You can bring the left fingertips to the floor, but have a bit of a bend in the left leg. Don't let that knee lock out. Keep squeezing the outer edge of the right glute. And then lower the right foot. Open up for a warrior two. Exhale, windmill for a down dog. Left foot steps back. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Other side. It's the dreaded turbo move. We'll only do 3, you've got this. Exhale, elbows come out to the sides, bending. Curl them in towards your midline. Push through the palms, extend the elbows. Turbo 1. Elbows bent out to the side. Keep those palms rooted. Elbows curl towards the middle. Push through the hands, extend. Turbo 2, just one more. You totally got this. Bending elbows out. Pick up the front body. Elbows come towards the legs. Extend. We did it. Right leg extends, 3-legged down dog. Bend that knee, open up the hip, external rotation. Return to neutral. External rotation. Return to neutral. One more, external rotation. Return to neutral and step the right foot forward, standing L. Shifting the weight into the hands, but keeping that really nice flexion in the right hip. Inhale here, find length in the spine. Exhale, releasing tension. Left toes lower. Sensation that the feet can pull towards each other, towards the middle. Torso rises from that stable base. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. And now we move it. Inhale, exhale, turning to the side of the mat, all the way to the front, twisting to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale here, squeeze those glutes. Turning right, windmill the hands, crescent lunge, twisting to the right. Inhale, exhale, turn through our side, all the way back to the front, and we pause. Right arm is forward, left arm is back. Hands come to prayer. Tipping this shape, bringing the right elbow towards the left thigh, but don't jam it there. You should still be light and able to lift. Looking forward in front of the foot. Keeping that neck long. Making sure you're flexing in the left hip. One more breath here, inhale. Here we go, that tricky move. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Try to keep the connection between left knee or left thigh and right elbow. Push into the right foot. Rise in this twisted stork position. It's okay to wiggle, it's okay to fall. And then inhale, release the twist. We've got our hip cycles here. Externally rotate left hip. Lower the foot, coming to our L position. Knee lifts in external rotation and return to stork. Lower that foot. Stork pose. Left knee lifts towards you. Externally rotate, don't let the pelvis go. Lower the foot. Knee lifts, hip flexion. Return to neutral. Lower the foot, and here we go. Slide the left foot back, warrior two. Opening up to the left side, arms extend long. Inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior, right arm overhead. Still lifting in the side body like we did in goddess. Inhale through center. Exhale, warrior variation. Right forearm to thigh. Inhale, center. Last time, exhale, reverse it. Let that right scapula move up on the back. Return to vertical. Step the left foot in about halfway, heading to half moon on the right leg. We tip this whole shape over like a modified side plank. We just have an extended leg here. You can hover the right arm. You can bring the fingers to the floor. But keep pulling, scooping the front body into the back body. Reaching the tailbone towards the left heel. Inhale. Exhale, right knee bends, return warrior two. And windmill for our down dog. Big inhale and exhale. You can lower the knees wide, sit the hips back. Child's pose, just a brief moment of collection before we move a bit more. When you're ready, shift forward onto your knees and come up to stand at the top of the mat. I'm going to show that thing that I told you about. So we're going to combine some of the stuff we just did. Let me make sure. Okay. So we just did all of these little hip rotation things. We're going to combine that with some of our moving front to back. So it will look like this. You don't have to memorize it perfectly. That's not the purpose. I just want you to visualize it before we do it. So right knee lifts in a stork position, externally rotate it and lower the foot. We bend the left knee, extend back, warrior two, reverse your warrior. Directly from here, windmill the hands, turn on to the right toes for our crescent with a twist. Then guess what? Windmill all the way around, back of the mat, crescent twisting to the right. And then as you shift the weight forward, sliding the left knee up, we start to the other side. Left knee opens to the left and lowers, extending out, warrior two, reverse it. Windmill those hands, twisting a crescent with a twist towards the right. Windmill all the way to the front, left leg is forward, right arm forward, left arm back. Shifting the weight forward, right knee comes up. That's all. I'll talk you through it. I might get tongue-tied. I will do my best. You will do your best. All work in progress. Let me just make sure I've got, there are some little changes, so I want to make sure I've got it all. Okay. We're good to go. So come to stand. Close those eyes for a second. Let some air out of the mouth. Really arriving, seeing if your body's shifted already. And getting ready to influence the space around you, moving through space, carving those limbs through the molecules. Inhale, arms come forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands plant, right foot steps back, lower that knee. Inhale, lift for our half kneel. Exhale, open up to the left for a twist. Both arms extend this time. Keep feeling the tailbone rooting down, right glutes on. It will open up the front of the right hip there. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale, hands come in front of the left foot. Turn to the right for our straddle. Cat-cow here. Exhale, push the hands into the mat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. You can even come up on the fingers. Gets a little bit extra room. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last time, inhale, baby cow, just the upper back. And we move towards our goddess, opening those feet up, bending the knees, and rise. We'll just do two this time. Exhale, left elbow. This time, try to hook it into the hip. Give yourself some traction so you actually push against the left elbow. Feel more lift into the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale, right elbow comes down. Use it for some traction. If it messes with your pelvis, there's no need to do the traction part. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to the back of the mat. Right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Bend the knee and circle the hip. So imagine both your foot making a circle, but also the top of your thigh bone making a circle in the socket, and other direction. So we got pencils on both ends, my friend. Pause here, extend the right leg. Two options. You can exhale, come forward for the elevated pigeon, or shoot the right leg out to the left, threading under the torso, lifting up the left arm for fallen triangle, pressing into the right hand. If you're an elevated pigeon, remember your glutes are working. You can even, if in fallen triangle, reach the left arm forward. Oh, that gives a little extra. Exhale, left hand comes to the mat. Turning onto the outer edge of the left foot, right arm lifts for side plank. Feeling the left shoulder blade clicked on, and then plant the right hand, lift for down dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot forward, standing split. Chest pulls through the hands, bending in the left knee. Squeeze the left glute. We're moving to airplane, so prepare this base, and then fly the arms back, lifting the torso. Inhale for length. Here we go, guys. It's that time for choreography. Exhale, right knee lifts for stork. Externally rotate, lower that foot. Open up, warrior two, left arm forward. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, turning on the back toes all the way for a left crescent lunge. Right arms forward, left arm back. Windmill to the right, back to the front of the mat, right foot's forward. Left arm is forward. Shifting into the right leg, left knee lifts. Open up the left knee here, lower the foot. Shift the left foot back, warrior two. Right leg is forward. Reverse it, right arm over the ear. Inhale, return, warrior two. Exhale, crescent lunge on the right leg, left arm moves forward for the twist. Moving to the left, through the side of the mat, back of the mat, left leg bends, crescent lunge, twisting to the left. Turn the right glute on, so many things. And then palms come to heart center. Exhale, right elbow comes to the left thigh. Keep feeling lift in the front body here. Option is to shift the weight into the left leg, lift the right. This would be a prayer, twisted, revolving half moon. Pull that low belly up. You don't have to have the leg up. Moving to a seated twist, bring the right hand to the mat, right toes lower. Both sets of toes move to the left, and then pull the right knee behind the left foot, sitting onto the pelvis. This feels terrible. Of course, you can always extend the right leg. Yogi's choice. Now here, calling back to the first moments of class, inhale for length. Exhale, scoop the front body into the back body. You can reach the arms forward. Feel some opening in the right hip. Inhale, extend. We'll do two more. Exhale, scooping front body into back body. Inhale, extend. Last time, exhale, scoop it back. Inhale, extend, and turning to the right, moving to the front of the mat for half moon. Right toes face forward, right fingers on the floor. Left leg extends back from the hip, but don't let it fly behind your body over to the right. Really keep it in check. Breathing, feel opening in the left side. And then hands plant. Step back to your down dog. One more side to go. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Step the right foot forward, left knee lowers. Inhale, lift. Left glute is on. Exhale, right arm comes forward, left arm back. Find your twist here. Really try to use the ribs as your guide rather than pulling with the arms. Breathing here, finding length in the front of that left hip. And then fingertips come to the floor, turn to the left for this straddle. Hands or fingertips plant, you can have the hands on the hips too. Exhale, push the floor for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. One more. Cat. Inhale, cow. And then we move to goddess, opening up the hips for external rotation and rising, stacking the shoulder girdle and the pelvis right over this shape with the legs. Exhale, right elbow comes in towards the waist. Maybe you use it for a little leverage. Bending to the right. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left elbow towards the hip or the waist, reaching up through the right side body. Arms extend to the ceiling. Turn it to the back of the mat, hands plant. Left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Bend that knee and we make our hip circles. Not letting the pelvis go, but really moving this limb through space. Other direction. And then extend the left leg long, moving towards elevated pigeon, or you can shoot the left leg to the right, open up the right arm to the ceiling for fallen triangle. Option to bring the right arm over the ear. Keep pressing through the left palm on the floor. We'll all bring the right hand to the mat. Scoot the left foot back, turn onto the outer edge of the right foot, side plank. That left arm reaches up. Lengthening the tailbone here, feel strength through the core, and then left hand lands, come to your down dog. Right leg lifts here, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the foot forward, standing L. Feeling flexion in the hips, strength in the right glute. We're gonna load it. Coming to airplane. Fly that torso up, arms come back. Keep length in the low back. Inhale, exhale, coming into stork, left knee rises. And now we've got our sequence. Externally rotate left hip and lower the foot. Shoot the left leg back, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, reverse, right arm over the ear. Inhale through center, come onto the left toes, shift for your crescent lunge, twisting to the right. Inhale, exhale, turning to the left all the way to the front of the mat. Left legs in crescent, right arms forward. Shift into the left leg, right knee lifts. One more little sequence. Open this right hip, foot lowers, shifting back, left leg, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale through center. Exhale, turning left crescent with our twist. Up on the right toes. Inhale, exhale, turning to the side of the mat, all the way to the back. Right crescent with our twist. Up on the left toes, left glutes on, and hands come to heart center. Shifting the shape forward, maybe the left elbow can come towards the right thigh. Also, if this doesn't feel good, just stick with your twist. That's totally fine. You can be elevated. Other option is to shift into the right leg, extend the left leg long, carving through your back space, pulling the front body up, gazes in front of the right leg. Big inhale for length. Flex in that right hip. Left fingers come to the floor, moving to seated twist. Left toes lower, both sets of toes turn to the right. Left knee comes behind the right leg. Option to extend the left. Inhale, find your length here. Find a comfortable position. And exhale, we carve it back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, carve it back in space. One more time, inhale. Exhale, scoop and carve, moving the air around you. Inhale, rise. Last little move here. We turn to the left all the way to the front of the mat, coming into half moon. Left toes reach forward. Left fingertips can come to the floor. Right leg extends long. I was going to say behind you. I don't know what word to use, but away from you. Feeling connection between the right heel and the right sits bones. Inhale here. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Quick little wind down here. You can step the left toe back, lower the knees, and then turn the feet out. So you'll swivel the feet towards the outer borders of your mat. Your hips are an internal rotation. Inhale here. Exhale, scooping up for cat. You'll feel some broadening in the back of the pelvis. Inhale, cow. Keep strength in the low belly. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then bring the legs back to neutral so they're parallel. And sit the hips back, coming onto our back for our Shavasana here. Of course, you're welcome to take anything else you feel you need before coming to this final resting pose. But if you're ready, you can just draw the knees towards you slightly. Feeling the back settle on the mat. And one last carve here. As you extend the legs, feel them really, imagine they're moving through pudding, really shooting through space. Same with the other leg. And then opening the arms with the same intention, really taking up the space. One more breath there, extending everything. And then exhale, let your body sink into the mat. Reserving this moment to observe your thoughts, maybe quiet your mind, and just be. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana, you can go ahead and just mute sound on your computer. Feel free to stay as long as you like. If you're ready to move, start to deepen your breath, extending your inhales and letting those exhales just fall out of you. Inhale deeply and exhale. Your next inhale, you can extend the arms overhead along the floor, finding that early morning stretch, even though it's 2 p.m., excuse me. Exhale, relax. And in any way that feels good, keeping those eyes closed, make your way to a seat. Just kind of relishing one last moment to check in before we open up to our external world. Pausing here to notice if you feel taller than you did an hour ago or stronger than you did an hour ago, more energized. And then considering, can you remember back to the beginning of the summer or some months ago? Your body might feel different, it might feel the same. But we can always count on our capacity for change, not only physically, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And we can come to the mat to practice building those skills. Thank you so much for sharing your summer with me for this Monday hour. Have a wonderful fall if I don't see you, and take care of yourself. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. I'll put my teaching info in the chat for the fall. If you have specific questions, you can stick around, and I'm happy to chat with you. But otherwise, have a great end of the summer.